Hey guys, you're just in time for my 5 a.m. snack. Don't judge me, we all do it. Anyways, sadly Andrew will not be coming back to this channel. I don't know why, but by default that makes me a new Wednesday. Yay! Yeah, anyways, this week's topic is coming out tips. To be honest guys, my coming out experience wasn't exactly enjoyable. But so this will probably turn out to be more of a coming out don'ts than a coming out do's. If that makes any sense. Anyways, the first thing I wanted to say was, and not to be offensive or anything, but just be certain before you come out, because being transgender is just an umbrella term, and there's so many different things about it that you can be, because gender is a broad spectrum that you can be on, and it's not just female to male or male to female. Male and female aren't even the only two genders. In fact, there's so many, I can't even remember them all. But just be sure of it, because when you come out, you don't want to come out as bi gender one week and then agender the next week, or female to male transgender the next week, because it gets really confusing, and it most people, it's gonna make people think that it's just a phase that you're going through. So just to clear up some confusion and all of that, it's best to just be certain before you come out. I think coming out to a group of close friends or just a few friends or whatever is before you come out to family is a good thing, because it's kind of like a trial run. Your friends are more likely to accept you. If not, then you should get new friends. But if your friends are more likely to accept you, so it's a practice run before coming out to your family, which is a little bit more serious. Plus, your friends can help you with coming out to your family, with like what to say and stuff, because I'm sure they know your family much better than I do. And coming out to people, you don't have to sit down with someone face to face and say, hey, I'm transgender, because if you're anything like me, that's really hard, and you can't talk, and you stutter a lot, or you lose your train of thought, or you just sit there really awkwardly, because I can't people. But writing a letter explaining it and explaining what transgender is and how you feel and stuff is, I think, a good idea. You can also write a Facebook status, a Tumblr text post, or you can tweet on Twitter. Twitter. That's not the word, is it? I'll think of the word later. Anyways, those are all legit ways to come out, and I mean, there's no right or wrong way to come out. It's your decision. It's up to you. But those are all good ways to come out. You do want to be knowledgeable about everything and have all the information, because if you do decide to sit down face to face with someone, you want to know about it in case they have questions, and you can answer them and help them understand better about what transgender is and what it means to be transgender, and going through all of that. And if you decide to write a Facebook status or tweet, that's the word, tweet on Twitter, it might be a good idea to add a couple of links explaining it all. It's, just to help people understand, because being transgender is extremely difficult to understand. It's an extremely difficult concept for cisgendered people. And if I was cisgendered, I would probably not be able to understand it. Unless someone sat down and explained it to me. I would just think that all transgender people are crazy, which, I mean, some of us are, like me. But you just want to be knowledgeable, so if people have questions, you can answer them and help them understand better. Also, don't put ultimatums on people. Don't say, oh, I'm transgender, either accept me or get out of my life, because, like I said before, it's hard to understand. So if someone doesn't understand what being transgender is, then it's hard for them to accept, and then you put them in an awkward situation, and you've just put your relationship on shaky grounds, and that's never a good idea to do. Also, you want to come out on your own terms. I need to stress that again. You want to come out on your own terms. You don't want anyone to force you to come out or out you, because if you're not ready to come out, then it's just not a good experience, because the point of coming out is so you can be yourself all the time and it makes you feel good. But if you are forced out, or you come out before you're ready, then you don't feel good, you don't feel safe, and it's not very enjoyable from my experience. I only have one more point to make, tip, and I believe it is the most important one, which is why I saved it for last, and it is be safe. And explaining that is, for example, if you have abusive parents like I do, you want to be safe about coming out. You probably want to wait till you're completely independent and there's nothing they can do about it, because you don't want to be put in this situation where they're going to try to beat it out of you or ship you off to try to make you straight and cisgendered. You don't want them to kick you out of where you live and wind up on the streets, because none of that is fun, and I would not wish that on my worst enemy. So you want to be safe about it. If you're with work, if you work for jerks, because where I live in Georgia, it's still legal to fire someone for being gay or transgender, and so you don't want to come out if there's a risk of you getting fired, because that's not good either. And so just make sure you know the consequences of coming out. Make sure that you can stay safe and you don't put yourself in harmful situations by coming out. And I think that is it. I don't have much else to say about it, but if you're thinking about coming out, then that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. It's awesome. I love being out and being able to be myself. Being in the closet was not fun. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can always message me on YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, whatever. My username is always the same. Anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say about it. And now it's just really awkward. So, I will see you guys next week. Bye.